Welcome back. Devo does stuff. Today, putting up a gate. Started this the other day. You can see I brought a bunch of washers for spacers. I didn't bring near enough. So I had to come up with another plan. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of the spacers, some of the washers in here to bring this out level. I'm going to replace these with longer black bolts. And I found some, I think they're hose couplings actually. I was going to go buy nipples, but I found these couplings at Lowe, 1.25 inch coupling. I'll measure what I need and I'll cut these to however long I need them. I know this is not perfect, but yeah, it's not perfect, but it's pretty close. If I put another washer in there, it's going to be too much. So, we got a nylon washer. Goes between the gate. One man, two hands. Okay. Now the bottom one came out. All right, I got it. And what I had to do was I had to loosen this top one, and then I had to put this washer on here and pull up on the gate and let it slide with the washer up into place. And it's still not level, but it's close enough. Now I need to tighten this down. I'm going to dig a hole right here and I'm going to sink this cedar post in the ground. I'm going to put that plastic sleeve in first. And then I'm going to put that cedar post in the ground, and I'll put the other Got another half of a hasp. Put it on the cedar post. And then from the cedar post, I'm going to run cable over to this tree. And anybody can step over this. My goal is to keep out the four-wheelers and side-by-sides. And so I put it as low as I could so that people can't get under it with a side-by-side. And put that post in the ground and put it in that sleeve so when I unlock it, I'll be able to pick that post up out of the ground and toss it over here out of the way if I need to get something wider than 15 feet or whatever that is. If I need to get something wider through here, I can just pull that post up out of the ground. All right, got my hole dug. The first one was right there. I got down about 12 inches and hit a great big rock. So I moved it over just a little bit. So I got this cut down where it'll slide in and out. Now, this has got a little play in it. I can bring it over to here or out to here. But once I put my lock in there, this won't come up. So once I take that lock out, I can take this out. Take this post out. Some eye bolts. I'll run here, here, and here, and then I'll run cable over to that tree. All right, here we are, done with the gate. Well, almost done. I ran my cable, but I left my cable cutters at the top of the mountain. So I'm not going back up there to get them. I'll get them next time. But I can step over this, no problem. But really, my goal is just to keep the four-wheelers and side-by-sides out. And even that's not going to, if they want in there, they want to get in there. But I want you to look. I tell you what, this has been worst year for. I bought me a little socket off of Temu that fits over the end of these things and drives them in. And the first two worked splendidly. The third one, I got almost sunk and it just plumb blew apart. And so these other three, I just had to take my channel locks and pound them in, use it like a hammer and pound them in until they bit a little bit, and then turned them on in with the channel locks. But that's it. And I know it's not the prettiest thing, but it'll keep a four-wheeler from getting in there. And I can unlock that, and I can pull this right up out of the ground. So that gate is done, and now I can remove I got, you know, it's on around that bend and around the next bend. There's a great big old tree across the road that's kept anybody from getting more than 100 yards in here. And I've got to where I can pull a chainsaw now after my shoulder surgery, so I'm gonna get the big dog fired up and I'll come and cut that tree out. Now that I hadn't cut it out, well, I couldn't pull a chainsaw for one thing, and I wanted to wait till I got this gate done. And now it's done. So that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Devo does stuff.